feeling himself today. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Listen, let me get to this next topic, right? Which celebrities do you think deserve an apology from the public and why?
Can I start?
Sure.
Even though he died, I think Chadwick Boseman deserves an apology. The Black Panther.
Mhm.
Why?
Because when he was sick, he lost all that weight, right?
Mhm.
Everybody on the internet was down on him. They didn't know what was wrong with him, but they were judging and going at him and all. And then bam, he died. Now everybody's sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like he deserves the public apology. I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like he deserves one.
Yeah, and that was tough because we didn't even understand. We didn't know what he was even going through.
Right.
Like, he was still out here busting his ass. You know what I mean? So
and
yeah, that
he
is.
still did the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good
But
one.
people always gonna have something to say, like she said.
Right.
Whether it's good, whether you doing good, whether you doing bad, whether you done got fat, skinny.
And people love
Somebody
to
always
judge
gonna have
based off
something.
the things
Yeah.
they don't really know that are going on behind the scenes. Like they just see something like a cover page. Oh, they want to laugh or they want to ridicule or whatever, but y'all don't really know what's going on like in between the lines.
Right.
Stuff
And if
like
it
that.
ain't paying you, I feel like you shouldn't.
really care.
Yeah.
So who y'all
Yeah,
think?
that's my
Based off
That
what
was a
I
good
just
one.
said, I feel like, and this might be controversial, don't at me, but Chris Brown, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Because,
That's controversial. Like,
yes, a lot of
crazy.
people feel
Preach.
like,
Preach.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Why is it controversial?
because a lot of people feel like, oh, he's so wrong for what he did to Rihanna and this, that, and the third, but Rihanna forgave him. Y'all are the only one who
They're
care
holding on.
about
Yeah,
what
you're right,
happened
you're right.
years ago.
I
She
see
doesn't
that.
care no more.
I
She
see
moved
that.
on. She's, living whatever life she's living. He's living his life. He's
Right.
moved on and became a way better person than what he was. People judging him based off his past. And it's like, listen, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I condone that type of stuff. But in the end of the day, from what I've seen and heard, it was also like she did things to antagonize that. And I
So,
feel...
hold on. Does he need an apology because they're still going at him?
Yes.
That's why
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
not
Not to
because
mention-
of what he did
Okay,
necessarily.
Right.
but
He was
because-
16 years old at the time too.
Like when you
He
think
was
about it,
young.
he
I
was
get it, I
young.
get it.
Like it's a lot of things, especially like as like especially as men. I feel like men don't grow up learning or knowing how to like safely communicate
Their
or
feelings and
stuff like that.
emotions
So
and
like
stuff.
I don't really know what the situation was when it happened, but I heard she did things to antagonize that
sure
type
she
of
did,
behavior.
but-
And it's
Yeah.
like me personally, I don't never condone it being on either side of the spectrum. Like I feel like if I had sons, I would raise them to not put their hands on women, but don't ever let a woman disrespect your
Yeah, the
boundaries
woman
to
should
put her
their
hands on you,
men.
spit
I
on
get
you,
it, so,
because
yeah,
there
I get
are
that.
women who will take advantage of the
Yep.
fact that you won't put your hands on a woman
And
and
take
they'll
it
sit there and be
overboard.
punching you in your face,
Yep.
slapping you
Right.
up, spitting on you,
Yeah.
all types of stuff. And I'm not gonna allow my son
Mhm.
to go through nothing like that, because as a person, I feel like we're all humans, we're all people. Things need to be equal. So I feel like he deserves an apology for all the stuff that people are on him about still to this day. Like he's not
Right.
a new person with this new age with so much wisdom that he's grown to learn. He has a family, kids that he's loving, being a great father. I appreciate all good dads. He's a great, like not a great dad, but he's a great dad based off what I see. So I feel like people need to leave that where it was at and just chill on him.
Yeah, they need to move on.
I ain't gonna lie, you took my. I ain't gonna lie. Everything you just said, man. Shout
for
out to
real.
So what about you? How you feel? Who you think? What celebrity out?
Me, I really ain't have a celebrity for real.
Okay.
I didn't even. I don't know. I just be in my own world, to be honest.
You never came at a celebrity on the comments and then regretted
No,
it?
I feel like if it ain't paying me, like with Chris Brown, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Mm.
So why do I care?
Yeah, I can't even speak on anything because I wasn't there to see with my own two eyes.
Right.
She could have decked him first.
Right.
She
could
could
do
have
whatever.
flipped
But
the
everybody
wheel,
gonna go on
something.
him.
Yeah.
Tricky situation.
Yeah.
So, I don't.
My only thing with
now-
this situation is that because he was so young, like
Right.
he was
Yeah.
16. If I was being held accountable for what I did at 16, I wouldn't be here right now for sure.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Everybody just needs to give him grace.
Yeah.
For
Like,
sure. Like he's still.
Yeah, that's a word we throw around often, but like when it comes to like black men specifically,
Right.
we don't give them
don't
grace.
really give
Oh,
it.
we don't
Yeah.
allow for the forgiveness. It's like we
Yeah.
keep bringing up their past to kind of keep bringing them down. Every time they take a step, niggas are going, oh, here's a tweet. Like, I know you apologize for that,
Yeah.
but apologize again. Like, it's like, yo, like,
for
Yeah.
what?
it's just
And
a lot.
and they make him like the poster child for like domestic abuse.
Uh-huh.
When there's people that did way more than he did. Like he
Yeah.
had that one incident.
For real.
Like there's literally women
It's just because he's
dying.
still
Like
successful.
there's
That
Yeah.
that too.
it's because he's
like,
too he would be too successful if they didn't do this to him.
He's still doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's a
I think he'd be way bigger
that's
though.
Why they're so mad.
I think he'd be way bigger.
He could have way more endorsements.
If that didn't happen, he'd be way bigger for sure.
You think he could be bigger than he is now?
Yeah,
For sure, like,
way
for
bigger.
sure.
Yo, the fact
be
that
on
they
Michael
keeping him
Jackson.
they keep him out of award shows.
Yeah.
That
do stuff
they
like
cancel. He was supposed to play in the
all this-
celebrity game the other day.
Yes. That's why I've said, like, I feel like,
Okay,
you know,
yeah, he
like,
needs
it's
an
not
apology.
that
He
deep.
do.
Like, that was
Yeah.
years ago.
He was supposed to play in the celebrity game at All Star
it is
Weekend,
that
and they canceled.
But, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The sponsor for that said that they didn't want him to play, and they had to revoke his invite. It's like for something he did 18
I feel
years
like
ago.
that's crazy though,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
like
Fuck that.
I did this way back then, and y'all still on it.
Today, yeah.
Like I done had a whole baby.
No, for real. Like, I'm old enough to realize what things aren't and aren't now. Like, I'm
Yeah.
old enough to know, like, I need to leave that alone. Like, I don't understand what y'all problem
Back
is.
then
Yeah.
we just heard that Chris Brown beat up Rihanna.
Yeah.
That's
So-
it. So
Right.
it's like, everybody's like,
Why
oh.
did he do like
Yeah.
But it's like, now it's like, I need to just leave
Public
that
enemy
and
number
be
one.
a thing in the past.
So let me get the JL. Who you think is a celebrity that is owed an apology?
Kanye.
Kanye?
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
That might be controversial.
Wait,
man.
why?
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Well,
Right.
I felt that though.
Why Kanye?
What?
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, yeah.
it's pretty evident, you know what I mean?
Mm.
You know, especially the ones who turned their backs on him because of, you know, of the fuckery.
Mm.
I'll leave the controversial part out, you know what I mean?
Mm.
The people, them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he definitely deserves an apology, especially even when it comes down to him being a father, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, he's a great father.
Mhm.
He tries seemingly,
Yeah.
seemingly,
But, like, based off what we
allegedly,
see,
yeah,
yeah.
based off of what we see, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it seems like he tries his hardest, but you know, you got the other side that's very powerful, and you know, certain things he really can't take control of, you know what I mean? And then you know, he hung himself by, you know, saying what he said, but at the same time, it's what he it's the way, you know, it's real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like the thing with Kanye is like people they understand the message. It's just like, oh, but
Yeah, the way you deliver it.
is like, but if y'all take out the tone and the delivery, like what he's saying is he's saying
A
some
lot of
actual
things,
shit.
yeah,
Like, you
a
know
lot
what I'm
of things
saying?
Kanye
Like,
said is not wrong.
Some of them is a little, he don't need to say. Some
some
That's
of them
what
could
he
be
said.
wild.
It's some of them.
Some of them could be wild, but like, you know what I'm saying?
no, some of the stuff he just leave that out. Like,
Yeah,
you know, some of the stuff you could be like, hey, yo.
I mean,
Why? Because it's
For sure.
provocative?
Nah. I mean,
No, just
even like
too much.
the George Floyd comment, like
Yeah, it's just
that-
too much sometimes.
certain things, you know.
Wait,
what
what
I mean?
he said about that?
Yeah.
We could continue to. We'll talk about it later.
but I think when you're a vocal person, you can't always hit. You know what I mean? You're gonna miss sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta take the bad with the good sometimes. I think that's what it is.
Mhm.
Because
For
he,
sure.
he do stand up for, you know what I mean, people like when George Bush doesn't care about black people, everybody was on Kanye's side, you know what I mean? But then when he say with the Donald Trump shit, I ain't get it really for real, like, but I mean, like I said, hit and a miss. Like,
Hit and a miss.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Jew.
It's hit.
I want to go last on this one. I want to hear what
Okay,
who
okay.
y'all pick first.
Well, Keem already said, but you had somebody else?
Nah.
No, he said-
Chris, I was very passionate about Chris Brown post, but nah, I mean, I was very passionate about that conversation. But she said everything I wanted to say. Man, I appreciate you.
He said, damn, I wish I would have went first.
Yeah.
It's funny
I think-
because if I didn't say Chris Brown, I was thinking about Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Why?
Yeah. I mean, but
I'm so out
it
of
was
the
just
loop.
gonna have to do with like stuff that's going on now and like and I didn't really. That's kind of like controversial. I don't really like talking about Diddy.
Okay.
So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's like too much.
Yeah, no
So
Diddy.
that sounds like so that sounds like Chris Brown.
I think who I was going to say is Kyrie Irving. I think he
Yeah.
deserves an apology because you speak.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you don't know. He's a basketball player, but so during the whole COVID situation, you know, he was very vocal about, you know, he didn't want to take that mandated
With the
vaccine.
Yeah.
And he stood on principle, and people really try to crucify this man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
why.
Like, and you know,
It's taboo.
yeah, like for him to be crucified the way he was within media,
For
is just
something that should be free will.
yeah, like that's that man's body. If that's what he want to
Right.
do with his body, then like just let him do. Now we look back on it, and you know we could talk about the vaccine and shit like that and the effects it has on people, whatever the case is. But now when we look back on, it, we're like, damn,
He
you know
was
what?
right.
He was right. But
Mhm.
again, the hive mind collection, even at that time, was just that time. Man, I can't believe that was
The crazy part about
Everybody
even
had
that
that shit.
situation was that there were other players who didn't take the vaccine who still had the access to play.
Like Aaron Rodgers did the same. Aaron Rodgers did the same thing, and everybody just brushed over it in the media. Like, but Kyrie is like, how dare you? You should be grateful. And it's like, and I appreciate him for standing on business. And
I mean, he's a flat earther as well, so
he is a flat earther. So. But again, what the fuck that got to do with his beliefs? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas will bring that up to try to make it.
If you know about flat earthers,
I mean, that's a whole conspiracy theory podcast. But in general, people will bring that up and try to make it seem like, oh, he's crazy, so you shouldn't believe what the fuck he's saying. Like, you know what I mean? They'll bring up everything in the book just to try to justify. It's the same thing with Kanye. They would make him seem like, oh, that nigga needs drugs. He's on medication and all this shit. Like, people will always try to make you look like you're crazy. Oh, we have a hive mind mentality, especially during the COVID time when motherfuckers is losing family members. I'm talking about arguments. Like, we was getting into heated arguments. Like, niggas is losing friends over this COVID shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it was just like, and all because what we was hearing on the media, what these motherfuckers is telling us to do, like, oh yeah, it's safe and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? So I think another person is, I just got one more. That is because it's just two just came to mind. And I'm not even really like a super fan. I was thinking about it earlier. I'm not like a super huge fan of him, but I've seen it play out in court. And I think Johnny Depp, he deserves a public apology. That motherfucker lost a lot of endorsement deals. You know what I mean? This woman dragged this man through the mud, and he had to go to court like several times to prove his. You know,
you gotta bring up Jonathan Majors too, though. Like, I mean, if you're gonna bring up Jonathan
Majors, okay, that's valid. I didn't even think about that. That's a valid one.
And it's crazy. They both their names is like Jonathan Majors, Jonathan. Like,
it might be
like some conspiracy theory like that.
Going to get a little closer.
Nigga think it's Illuminati.
both messing with the white girls, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that you talking about men in positions of power, so they have the means to fight this type of case. You know what I mean? When it's false, imagine men that's been falsely accused and they don't have the money to fight these type of cases. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think for sure he was owed an apology. And just like Jonathan Majors, I mean, his situation wasn't, the media was trying to make it seem like this motherfucker was just fucking the fuck up out of this woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
he was running. He was looking for his own. He was trying to
the man pushed the woman away, and they gave him a fucking charge for pushing a woman away. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, this nigga was trying to protect themselves, and he still. But then here go people. Oh, that's what he get because he messing with a white woman and all this other stupidness. And I'm like, bro, he didn't have to lose all the acting opportunities he had because he was up next in Hollywood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so for everybody to turn his back on him when. We talked about this with The Flash, Ezra Miller. That nigga did some shit, and they still put out the Flash movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, way worse than what Jonathan Majors did, and he didn't get the same backlash that Jonathan made. They still came out with DC still came out with that movie. Nobody, like, he's canceled now, but they still went through with the movie. So it's like, you know what I mean? We got this selective like outrage type shit, man. Ju, what's your thoughts?
You kind of like led towards where I was thinking because when I seen this topic, I was just like, I thought about like who I wanted to pick, right? And then I thought about the fact that, the black cancel culture is so heavy and potent out here that we demonize our own people. I could give you an example, like the mayor right now, he's going through a scandal situation, but we got somebody that's elected to be president who was convicted for a thing. You got people like Vince McMahon, Hugh Hefner, doing the same, criminal activity that, some of the other Diddy's or whatever the case. I'm not justifying anything that these people are doing wrong, but at the same time, I take it a certain way that, we need to change how we come and demonize our people. You get what I'm saying? Josh Giddey is another one who was, getting charged for like some sexual assault with a minor.
They just brushed over that shit.
Where's the memes? Where's the joke? You know what I mean? Vince McMahon, sexual harassment, the same thing. A billion-dollar industry. There's no clowning him. And his people is no longer clowning him. So at the same time, we got to look at ourselves. I thought it was, innocent till proven guilty. We demonize our people that they're guilty before proven innocent. You get what I'm saying? So it's a whole different board game. And I think we need to be sure and just, think about what we're doing before we do it. You know what I'm saying? I know certain things is funny, but we got to kind of think about how this is going to even affect us. When we walking up and down the street, they're the celebrities. So if they disrespecting our people of power, imagine how they going to treat you when you an average person walking up the block. You know what I'm saying? But the person I would choose is, I thought about Chingy. You know what I'm saying? Only because he was accused of being with a transgender who was Sydney Starr, who then admitted that she lied about the whole situation, and this man lost his goddamn career because people started calling him gay. So, you know, a lot of stuff like this be happening, and we be fucking up each other's career over a laugh. You get what I'm saying? Like, we could laugh amongst each other, but we need to stand united. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, if they're guilty, let them be guilty. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying defend them.
Court, and I think,
we need to fix that.
I think people be like, oh, that let them have their day. Oh, it'd be guilty people that get off innocent, whatever the case is. But like I said, we need to see all the facts. Like you said, because the thing of like public opinion, especially in the court, the jurors, you don't think they ain't going home and seeing all this shit and informing their opinion. So them niggas is already assuming a motherfucker guilty before, like, you know, before even all the facts.
Look at the mayor, bro. We don't know if he guilty or not. They tearing him down. And we laughing with Trump saying Haitians eating cats. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm surprised that you ain't picked though.
Who that?
Yeah, your boy.
I was, but
it's too soon.
It's too soon. I'm gonna spin the block. You know what I mean? But you know,
who's your boy?
That was Pose.
Nah, how that was Pose? Like,
so you gonna spin the block on him?
What?
I ain't check the tape. I ain't say that. Like,
check the tape.
But join the membership. Y'all might see who the fuck I'm talking about.
Yo, we got the pause committee judge here too. Shout out to my boy Judge. You know what I'm saying?
He is the pause committee. I swear to God.
That was a pause. That was a pause.
I ain't never seen him not say something was paused. Like, you know what I'm saying?